What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Axel Rose, the Shogun with the slogan, and if you don't know where it's been, you don't know where it's going. And yes, people, the time for gaming festivities are here, and Microsoft has just wrapped up their E3 conference. Yes, gamers, we are now deep in the valley of the shadow of the gamers. Now, being a long-time Xbox fan, being a long-time gamer, being somebody that was starting to come around to the truth and the cult of Phil Spencer, and to be honest, I found the content in today's conference a little bit safe. Therefore, it all ended up being a little bit lacking. Now, to put it in perspective, Microsoft aren't in the position where they can actually be safe. They need to be aggressive and put their money, which is their true might, into their console. We need to be getting third-party exclusives left, right and center. Now, they did have a load of games today, and that can't be slept on. We had appearances from heavyweights like Halo, which we'll talk about in a second, Gears of War, a new game from KJ Inafune and Comset, and that game looked really good. I think it was called ReCore, and as cool and interesting as a game like ReCore looks, it's got all the classic symptoms of an Xbox game that's doomed to fail at retail. Its arty looks and gameplay style just ensures that it's doomed to join the likes of games like Ori and the Blind Forest, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, and the rest of the Xbox games that just dare to be different. Now, backwards compatibility was definitely a big announcement for Microsoft. Being able to have access to your digital library via your physical discs is definitely an interesting and innovative approach to the whole thing, and it's definitely a great foot forward for the company. Now, I really hope that they get all the titles, even the obscure ones, available for the service and not half-ass it like they did with the 360. And I also want to comment on Microsoft's jab at Sony. Now, Microsoft chose to include a little jab at Sony at the end, saying that we don't want to charge you to play for your games twice. Now, aren't I correct? Didn't Halo ODST just come out, and it's $5? But anyway, one thing that's interesting about backwards compatibility and the debate is that PlayStation Now gives you access to the whole catalog of PlayStation titles. They're not just giving you, PlayStation 3. No, they're planning on eventually giving you PlayStation 1 and 2. And that's nothing to sneeze at, especially for only $8.99 a month. So, Microsoft definitely have to rethink their strategy as far as it comes to one-upping PlayStation Now. Now, as far as the rest of the games, CupHead was definitely a star of the show. I do love the art style, and I really can't wait to see how it plays. But even that doesn't make up for the 100% fail, which was Rare's segment at the conference. Now, Microsoft tried their hardest to make us give a damn and invoke feelings of past triumph from Rare, totally neglecting that most of the staff at the current Rare didn't work on any of those classic games that actually made us give a damn. And real talk, when you're somebody with the legacy of Rare, coming with a game like Sea of Thieves is just really disappointing. The art style isn't unique. The gameplay wasn't distinctive. There wasn't even any gameplay at all. We couldn't even tell what was going on. And the whole thing just didn't look enticing. And if we talk about that collection, oh my gosh. If that's the Battletoads we were supposed to be getting, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Rare are done. They're just done. Forget it. And just to return back to the point about backwards compatibility, Microsoft, when Sony are giving us those old games, they're updating it to glorious 1080p 60 frames per second. So what? You know what? If they want to charge, let them for charge. Because they're doing a lot more than what you're doing by just bunging the old stuff back on the online. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh yep, everybody, let's applaud that poor attempt of riding the Bloodborne hype by having a Dark Souls 3 trailer with no gameplay. Everybody, let's applaud that. Let's clap it up for Phil Spencer. Thinks it's a great idea. Another thing which was totally awful was the fact that they had all these CGI trailers with no gameplay. Like, this has been a running thing at Microsoft's conferences, and it doesn't seem like they're learning. And to be honest, it's quite frustrating because we don't know what we're supposed to be looking forward to. And we've already been there in the past with Microsoft where games don't look the same. Phantom Dust, anybody? So, to wrap everything up, I really do think this was safe, bordering on abysmal. Microsoft really needed to do something expected and bring the big guns. They needed to do something like when Sony grabbed Street Fighter V as an exclusive, or like when Nintendo rocked with the whole Adult Swim thingy. Oh yeah, and another thing. Why the hell did the main protagonist of the new Gears of War look like someone off a Netflix series? To hell with that! Both of them motherfuckers. No! Just no, okay? The graphics were okay. I was gonna find out about it. It just didn't look like anything spectacular, to tell the truth. It just looked like a next-gen Gears of War. The setting was dark and gritty, and you could have a dark and gritty setting without it being formulaic. Do you know what? Microsoft just dropped the ball, man. Let me know what you think. Leave your pain in the comments. Make sure you share this video if you know about gaming and you miss what E3 used to be about. Ingenuity. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you holler at your boy. Peace.